I knew that, you know, if Kate and I were ever going to work together again, we couldn't tread over similar territory, and she knew that as well. And this happened to be a great piece of well-written dramatic material that really lended itself to us working together again.
How did that conversation go about you guys getting together? Because everybody's thinking, ooh, Titanic.
Well, that's exactly what we didn't want to do. But we'd actively been looking for projects to do together, just because, you know, I feel like she's just the best actress of her generation, and I didn't want to be, you know, prejudiced just because we had done that film together that we couldn't work together again, you know, because obviously that film was tremendously popular. And it was all about finding, like I said, that right piece of material. And this book that the movie is based on is kind of like a cult classic, and it's amazing. There's amazing character development.
What's it like on the set that day when you're like, I'm going to scream at you like no one's ever screamed at you before in your life?
He's like, let me have it, baby. You know, we're very fortunate to have the chemistry that we have and the history that we have, and the trust that we have. You know, I mean, it's one thing to play those scenes with an actor and to really try your best to make it as honest and as believable as possible. But to play those scenes with an actor whom you know you have no boundaries, there are no boundaries whatsoever, you can try absolutely anything, and not be afraid to really hurt that person, you know. You know, I would just want for Leo to always feel like he could do whatever he felt he needed to get his performance across, and just wanting to, you know, give as good as you get. You know, that's it's one of the great joys of acting.
I told her very early on in the film process, I cannot wait to have those fight sequences with you, because I am going to give it to you. And she's like, I'm ready. And we were looking forward to that. And, you know, so much of the movie was about being cramped in this tiny little house, and we had this crew there, and we were confined together, like not saying so much throughout the whole course of the movie, that finally when those scenes did happen, it was this kind of wonderful explosion, and it really made for those really ultra-realistic household marital fights that you don't even want to watch, you know. You're kind of like, it has a voyeuristic quality where you feel like you shouldn't be in that living room listening to those things being said. So to me, it was a lot of fun. It was something that I look forward to.
As intense as the arguments were, so were the love scenes. When you two came together, her husband's directing this. Is there any kind of weirdness where you're like, honey, it's okay, but I understand we have to...
To me, it was like an old exercise that that we just did again, because after, you know, obviously doing the Titanic together was something I was very comfortable with and very used to. I selfishly didn't think about how they would feel in the whole equation, how Sam Mendes, the director, would feel, or Kate did, but for me, it was kind of just like another day at work, and it was right for the characters. It had to be realistic, and not a problem in this department. You might want to ask her, though, how she felt.
I walked onto the set on that day, and I was like, okay, so everybody's okay with this? Because I'm really a little bit freaked out. So, okay, nobody's freaked out? That's just my problem. Okay, thanks, guys, for making it my problem. No, I was, you know, I did feel weird about it. But the truth is, with any intimate scene or love scene, you know, you get over that quite quickly. You really just have to. And Sam was absolutely brilliant. You know, if he did feel uncomfortable in any way at all, he really didn't let us know that. And he did direct it kind of from another room, though, you know, which was largely to do with the fact that we were in a very cramped space and you couldn't get lots of people into the kitchen where we were. So, you know, Sam would sort of yell from the other room, "No, Leo, really grab her thigh. That's it, grab her thigh." And I'm thinking, this is really strange, but I'm going to go with it. You know, we just had to focus and get through it. And I mean, I think perhaps if it had been any other actor literally in the world other than Leo, then maybe it really would have been a bit weird. But because Leo and I have a relationship that predates my relationship with Sam, and we've always been, you know, friends, I think it made it so much easier. Sam always really treated me like the actress playing April Wheeler, and not like his wife. I think it would have been very, very dangerous for us to have behaved like a husband and wife on the set. And the truth is, we only had one real husband and wife moment where something was difficult for us to shoot, and it was the scene towards the end of the film where April phones Millie to check on the children, and she knows that it's possibly the last time she might have communication with her kids, and she chooses not to bring them to the telephone, to leave them outside playing where they're happy. And that for Sam and I, as parents, it was really, really hard. And we both just really kind of broke down after shooting that scene because, you know, we have 2 kids. Our eldest is a girl, same as the child in the movie, and our youngest is a boy, exactly the same as in the movie too. And it was just a little bit too close to the bone for both of us. So that was the only sort of genuinely overwhelming husband and wife moment that we really just had to let it happen, you know.
Well, to me, this is a very, you know, nihilistic view of marriage. It's not, you know, of course, everyone has their ups and downs, but this is about the disintegration of a relationship, the dissolving of a love, and their desperate attempt to try to hold on to that. And so hopefully, you know, when it comes time for me, it won't end up like this. That's all I could pray for.